Alright, that should be enough snacks for the trip. So today we're going to a safari. I'm really excited for this because it's going to like the zoo or the zoo. But yeah, like it's a good day. It's gonna be hot though, but other than that, it's gonna be really good. We're gonna go on a little road trip because it's a little ways from here. But yeah, I'll catch you guys when we get to the first stop or in the car. First stop, Starbucks. But I got some Starbucks real quick. Fuel up for the 2 hours we got enough. What is this?
It's a Russian legless lizard, but it has legs. Why did it just
Look at that snake.
If you guys have any questions,
And what's in here?
right up stations over there.
It's a boa constrictor. Been online for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
So big. Usually your silver piece is going to be on the left hand. All hands inside the vehicle, all heads as well. That includes your personal items. So make sure everything is tightly secured onto your body. And then we are in the American lands. You have your North and South American animals. That being said, these animals are, you will see throughout the entire safari, are Canada geese. They're not a part of our safari. They're a part of the Migratory Bird Act of 1918, so they're just a protected species that make their way out here. The larger birds, you'll start to see them on both sides. These are the rhea. Now the rhea are a South American ratite. Ratites are that family of flightless birds. Don't too dense to be able to fly. They use their wings for different things. So the rhea, pound soaking wet. Travel in separate herds, males and females. Females, they usually live 20 to 40 elk in a herd. It's a Roosevelt elk. They're named after Theodore Roosevelt, father of conservation, our 26th president. He actually set aside, what's it, 200 acres for national parks. Llamas on the right side. Llamas spit. That spit is not saliva, that is stomach bile. The contents they bring up, they spit 20 feet away from them. Causes a temporary blindness to a predator. The American bison alongside of that. Left side as well. Now the American bison, they are the largest animal in North America. They are our national mammal. Their coats are so well insulated. They can have a whole snowbank on their back during the winter time. It does not melt. And it's not just because it's cold outside, because their body heat is kept so well. Bison are about 2,400 pounds. Your Roosevelt elk are 1,200 pounds. So they're half the size. But the cool thing about it is your males. During like up to the end of spring into summer, you'll come back, you can see their antlers growing. And antlers are something that are grown and shed every single year. The bison, this is a herd of does or females, and they are fully grown. They will always have spots, and that's the fallow deer. A lot to produce pigment. Her eyes are actually a sapphire blue. I'll have to Google that because I have seen her eyes, but sapphire blue. The rest of her body cannot produce melanin, so she is white with white spots. She just can't produce the brown coloring. Elephants reach up to 14,000 pounds.
Show what?
About 14,000. And because of that, you'll see elephants possess ivory tongues. But after about 100 pounds each, 3 feet long. Look at that. Now the ivory tusks on these ladies are very worn down. Now the ostriches on the right side, males have black feathers, females have brown. You will see more of them roaming around. Matter of fact, we have 2 ostrich eggs that we might get a look at later. You'll notice they're not white. Now we heard white, so they're forevermore the white rhino. Now the southern white rhino is the only rhino who is not classified as endangered. Above that hook comes 2 prongs off that ankle. That's a fetlock. The fetlock, they have 4 points of suction in their feet. They go underwater, mud, not get stuck. Better look at your white rhinos. You know your rhinos? They're often poached because of different colors. But these guys also take place in the Great Migration every year. A natural phenomenon that comes together all different kinds of animals. So large you can see from space. Try that movement. Now the ellipsis waterbuck are near them. The ellipsis waterbuck, you can see their rear ends look like an elliptical marking. It's an eclipse. Alright, so that's how they get their name. Now they are water dwelling, water dependent, and they can raise their own body temperatures to match their environment to stop themselves from sweating. 116 degrees. That is what they can bring their internal temperature up to. Now the both males and females will have horn giraffes all mixed around. Now reticulated giraffes, they're often around 18 feet tall. 18 feet. And their necks have the same amount of vertebrae in them as we do. That is 7.
Wow.
So you'll get a good look. The reticulated giraffes on the left side. Scimitar horned oryx on the right side.
Yo, my boy, look at my boy, bro.
On top of their head, they have ossicones. And ossicones are just a bony protrusion that's covered by skin and hair. When they're first born, ossicones lay flat on the head, and they slowly make their way up. After a week, they'll be fully up. So, red and collie cattle on the left side in the distance. They are known as Watutsi cattle, bred and raised by Tutsi people in Africa. Tip to tip, the horns are 6 feet long. Hollow and light, you can easily pick them up with your own hands. Right side is the grand zebra. Now the grand zebras are the smallest subspecies of zebra. And they are equine. They are part of the genus Equus. Alright? They are the cousins to your donkeys, your horses. They share a lot of traits in common with a donkey. And a big reason that they're never going to be a domesticated species is because of that. They can range over 2,000 pounds. But all those animals, that whole herd, deer, those guys have antlers still. They're shedding at this point. So they'll use the environment around them to shed their antlers. Right? They're just going to pop right off at one. Now they're going to be very sleepy. Your males often sleep 18 to 20 hours. Now the females, the one who hunts. Yeah, Dad, it's a Barbary sheep. It's a mountain goat from the Atlas Mountains. And they are called the Barbary sheep because they possess traits for both a sheep and a goat. But they are a mountain goat. And that eye, you'll see him on the left, we'll come down, you'll see him. But on the right side, you might get a look to him. So much. So you'll see him laying over here. Allow them to grip on something very well, that claw of theirs. So they will eat anything that would be readily available for them. So these guys, you're going to get a look at those antlers. Those antlers are referred to as palmates because they look like a human palm. Now this time of year, they're often around 500 to 600 pounds. They're 100 pounds heavier. They have such a vast environment that they do not usually come up in between their shoulder blades up front. That is a muscle. And with that, hits you like a freight train. Get on the right side. These guys, diets for meat and fish, more muscle-based. They are more solitary, more territorial. But a cool thing about these guys, if there's enough resources, males will come together. And a group of your brown bears is called a sloth. Like the animal sloth, they don't because they're fed all. A lot of wetlands what we're built up at. So this is about 52 acres that have been set aside strictly for New Jersey wildlife. This is going to be completely untouched for the rest of Six Flags history. And New Jersey is full of ecosystems, vast environments where everything here will work hand in hand together to make up a healthy environment, ecosystem. If you add something to this, if you take something out of it, this entire place would collapse and everything would try to build itself back up until there is a balance. And that kind of goes for like animals that are pests, like white-tailed deer. They're hunted, right? So people hunt them.
He blend right in.
Blending in the sand there. Now your red kangaroos, the Jackson Jewels, they have joeys. Now, The Joeys are born after a single month. They're a way of raising that young. So the young get a good look on the right side. You gotta get a look on the left side as well. And kangaroos jump from one place to the next because they have to. So unlike us where we can move in any way we please, they have to jump. They have to move. So they can jump 20 feet away, 10 feet high. You have 4 of the kangaroos on the left side. But the emu too, 7 feet tall. They're the second largest of the rat-type family. You can't tell a male and a female apart by how they look. It's the way they vocalize. Your emus have a vestigial wing. Born 4 years ago, made national news. Mom had a litter of 5. Now, litters are usually as large as 2 or 3 cubs, but the 5 boosted the whole population by 1% So at the time of their birth, there were Syrian tigers, both under human care and in the wild.
Oh,
And they are solitary. They are territorial. They do not like sharing siblings or bonded mates. Bonded pairs, what they're actually called. So, your Neil guys havoc on farms and homesteads throughout their natural environments. Alright, so you have the Audax. These guys are so used to these trucks. I wouldn't make any noise towards them though. Around to talk about more, all the small little antelope, your black buck again. Now we saw them out further, earlier today. Your males have black fur bangs. They cause a lot of havoc. If you guys drove through the drive-thru safari way back, these guys were out and about, and they would pull your cars piece by piece apart. Their grand vinyl stack bumpers. Very small herd of Mongolia is actually still wild.
Alright guys, our first stop, we arrived at Chick-fil-A. We're getting there now. Stop, Cordoba.
I just think it's the reception.
The car keep going on. This is the second time it happened. It happened on the bridge. Oh look, the water's mad high.